Hello, all you story lovers out there, and welcome to the Houston Public Library Storytime. What do you think about ninjas? Have you ever wanted to be one? Well, today we're going to go with Ruby to ninja school. The name of our story today is called The Secrets of Ninja School. This was written and illustrated by Deb Pilutti, and we would like to thank Macmillan for giving us permission to read this to you today. Let's go. The Secrets of Ninja School. Let's look at this advertisement here. Learn your own secret skill at Master Willow's School for Ninjas this weekend. So off Ruby goes. Tucked outside the busiest section of the village, over a meandering brook, across a wide yellow field of waving grass, and up a steep, craggy hill, sat a school. It was dark most of the year, but for one weekend each summer, boys and girls came from all over the valley to learn the ways of the ninja. Master Willow called them saplings. They came to learn how to sneak, slither, and creep invisibly, jump, kick, and throw skillfully, sit, listen, and wait patiently. But most of all, they came to Master Willow's School for Ninjas to discover their very own secret skill. The saplings learned quickly, except for Ruby. When she sneaked, slithered, and crept, Ruby was not invisible. When she jumped, kicked, and threw, Ruby was not skillful. When she sat, listened, and waited, Ruby was not patient. Look, they're all trying to be quiet, and she's imagining what the clouds look like. That one looks like a dragon in her mind. Oh, and Ruby was most certainly not brave. She sees this shadow and she thinks it's a dragon. Turns out it's only the cat's shadow. If Ruby had a secret skill, she did not know how to find it. "Oh, Master Willow," said Ruby, "I will never be a ninja." "Don't worry, sapling, you will improve." "But I'm afraid," whispered Ruby. "We are all afraid of something," said Master Willow. "What if I don't have a secret skill?" "Every sapling has one," said Master Willow. "It's a mystery to you now, but practicing the ways of the ninja will help you discover it." Ruby practiced. Even though she was getting better, she felt no closer to finding her secret skill. Bedtime was the hardest. At the far side of the night, when even the shadows sleep, Ruby lay wide awake. A teardrop rolled down one cheek and landed on the pillow. Plop! Which woke the other saplings. "What's wrong?" they asked. "I'm homesick," cried Ruby. "Ninjas don't get homesick," said a sapling. "Ninjas are brave," said another. "But I miss my family," said Ruby. And Ruby told the saplings how when she was wide awake, like tonight, Father would read her books filled with tales of adventure. Or when she was afraid of the dark, like tonight, Mother would turn on a small lamp and kiss Ruby on the very tippiest part of her nose. Or when she was feeling worried, like tonight, Gran would bring out a big box heaped with material, thread, and colored buttons, and they would spend hours making the most magnificent creations. It was so quiet that Ruby thought the saplings had fallen back to sleep. But then she heard a sniff and a gasp and a wail. Before she knew it, all the other saplings were crying. "Oh," said Ruby, "you're homesick too." "Nonsense!" cried one. "Not me!" bawled another. Ruby knew just what to do. She leaves. What do you think she's going to do? "Where are you going?" asked a sapling. There was no answer. "Let's follow," said another. But Ruby was nowhere to be found. When she sneaked down the hall, Ruby was invisible. When she jumped over obstacles, Ruby was skilled. When she snipped and stitched and stuffed, Ruby was patient. So she's made a bunch of little stuffed dragons here. And when she crept back to her room through the silent, shadowy hallways, Ruby was very, very brave. She sees a shadow, but it's only Master Willow. He decides to help her. Ruby switched on a lamp, and the room filled with a warm glow. She gave each of the saplings a stuffed dragon and told them stories of bravery and daring. "Ruby, your skills are no longer a secret," exclaimed Master Willow. "You are a wonderful storyteller, a fine dragon maker, and a very good friend." Ruby kept practicing because being brave isn't always easy, even for a ninja. And I like this book. Look, it even gives you the pattern and the instructions if you want to make a little simple stuffed dragon. Maybe you have a friend that needs it. So I made one too. Maybe I can find someone who needs a little something to help give them some courage or just make them feel safe. So good to have you with us today. We look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.